training session will happen after evaluation. So in that case, you will be getting training in very structured way of structure format. So let me go with this one. So we have today, fine. Let me create one project. We'll go with one project. Generic concept in the collection. Then we'll move to the content. Now, com dot collection dot generic. So just as yesterday, you familiar guys. See, in this case, like we are in a position to add or hold data with the different types. Correct. 10, 10, and this is what integer, a string. And yesterday also we have gone through with this. Like um, we have learned that collect in collection we can hold different data type values. Yes. So we have already seen yesterday practically. But now what is so in that case, it has overcome the problem which we were facing with at array concept, correct? Means limited in size as well as data type is restricted over there, correct? But yesterday we have seen that in the link, what we have done, we are we have added means different data type values as well as size is not fixed over here, correct? But so yesterday, like if you will try to do some kind of operation like arithmetic operation and any operation if you want to do in that case you while accessing the data this one in the loop we will face issue. What kind of issue yesterday we have faced that issue like while adding this one while doing that addition in the collection and inside that iterator or loop, we found over there one error that from object we can't do the addition of the primitive and object together, right? So external typecasting I have done yesterday and then uh, like error gone and we was in a position to complete that task, correct? But in the similar way, suppose let me show you. So suppose in this case, if you are having different data types, and if you want to do some kind of operation, either addition or multiplication, in this case, you know that what will happen. This is what integer, either in primitive or object, no matter. It is in object, but you can do it type conversion or also over here, right? And this integer, you can do the addition. But in this case, while reaching to this object, third element, this is a string. Can we add a string into integer? No. In that case, we'll face issue. We'll have more problem. What kind of error we'll get? We can't do the addition. Arithmetic, sometimes something like that. We will be getting that error. So let me show you practically also. So I'm adding int sum equal to 0. Just you see sum plus equal to I'm writing over here it dot next. I'm writing over here it dot next. So so we'll have to make it int type, right? Now I'm printing over here total sum. Just you focus over here. Total sum. Which one? Sum value only, right? Will it? So just see the output. What will happen? Let me execute it. See the output in the console. What kind of error we are getting? Exception we are getting. See? Class cast exception. So why we are getting class cast exception? Because see cannot cast to class java.lang integer and a string. Getting my point? Means what? A string we are trying to add a string value inside this integer value, and that's the reason we are getting error because on a string we can't perform the addition, subtraction, multiplication, arithmetic operation we can't perform. So that's the reason we are getting over here error. Now, then question is coming. Then what is the solution for this? So if this is the scenario, then how can we give the solution for it? Because it is holding different data type value. Now we are trying to perform some kind of addition, some kind of operation according to our need. But on different data types at the same time we can't do the operation. Correct? So to overcome this problem, we one new concept came into one new concept introduced. And what is that new concept? New concept is to make it as a generic. So means generic means what? So we are giving a specified. We are we are defining the type of this list. The list which we have created over here. We are defining the actual type. Means what type of data it will have. We are in a position to define that one. And once we'll define their type, it will become type specific. Means what? If you will declare it as an integer, only integer value you can hold. Another value we can't hold. At that time, we'll fix the issue. So we'll make it as a generic, correct? But so how we'll do that generic? Let me create one project and get it. So I'm making one class, a student. And I'm making one another class, a student management, a student management system. I'm making it as a student management system. Just you can check it. So this is a student management. Just focus over here. I'm writing the code. So these are what primitive private data type, right? Means what? It is protected, na? Yes. So for encapsulated data, how we are going to give the initialization? We are going to give the initialization using that getters and setters method. For this, we will write the getters and setters. Before that, writing this getters and setters, what we can do, we can give the constructor also because we know we can initialize the encapsulated data in which way by using that constructor we can initialize and by using what getters and setters also we can initialize. So this is what default constructor. Now I'm generating one parameterized constructor, then we will generate one parameterized constructor I'm generating, then we'll generate what getters and setters. I'm generating over here getters and setters, and based on this getters and setters, we can set the value. But while using this getters and setters, we'll face a lot of issue because at every time we'll need to set the value one by one. So instead of that, what we'll do, just simply we'll call the parameterized constructor, and at a time we can give the value and we can initialize the value. Are you getting my point? So we'll do that. So this is what a student is a class, which is having properties student ID, name, age, email, address, and mobile. Correct? Now these things will keep. These things means every student will have each information. Correct? Now this is a student management system. In this, what we are going to do, will hold the different kinds of students. We know that what collection is giving us the facility to hold object or values beyond the size. Means size is not available over here. Means we can add a number of values, correct or not? We can increase the size also at the runtime of itself. And also it is not type specific as well as we can make it as a type specific also. So over here, what our task is, since this the name of this one is what a student management means what we can add the student, we can delete the student, we can update the student, we can but perform a number of operations over there, right? So let me do that. how we are going to do that? First, let me create a student class object. A student, student s equal to new student. Correct. Now, what I'm going to do over here, simply I'm creating array. I'm making it as a generic. See how I'm making? I'm giving type instead. How we are going to give the type? See, a student is this one, right? So this way we are making it as a generic. Means now this array list, each type is specific. How we can give it over here integer because we know what we are familiar with this collection. In that collection, anyhow we are going to hold the value in object form. We are not going to hold value in primitive format. So object format means what? We have learned about the wrapper class concept. So that's the reason we are giving it over here as a wrapper class. What type space? Type space. And this angle, this bracket is required. We are making over here what list std list equal to new array list. Okay. Over here we can give also will not give then also it is fine. Correct. Now I have created one student class also. And what I am going to do, let me scan system dot in and scanner class. Why we are using scanner class you already know, right? Okay, look it. So just see over here. Now now what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do over here is out enter student ID, enter student ID, and will hold it over here. Okay, leave it. We are having parameterized constructor, right? So we'll do it over here. Yes, 1001. What we are having over here? Student ID, name, age, student ID. We'll remove it. We are having a student ID, then a student name, then we are having a student age, but it is a string, right? So 26, let me give it 26 year. Then let me give what email, okay, gmail.com. Then we are having what address. Then we are having what mobile number. We can give it any number you can give it. Now this student scanner student it. Now what is our next task? See, commit over here and let us remove this one. Get us and set us. Why? No need because using that constructor only we are going to give the value. That's it. So this parameter constructor will get called every time. Right? Now I'm adding this one std list list dot add. What I'm going to give the value. So it is just integer, no? Will make it student. Generic. We are making it as a generic, but we are giving the type, whatever value you want. Now, if you will try over here to hold 10, see, getting error, we can't do. Why? Because it is type specific. Even over here, we can't give Chandan also. Why? It is type specific. See, it will take the value only a student type. Are you getting? So that's how we make it as a type specific. Now, I'm giving over here. Test what? Happily, it has accepted now. Why? Because it will hold the value of the student type. That's it. student one added. I'm creating another student. Let me make it Chandan. Chandan. Here another student. I'm making it as a Mithun. Mithun is a student. So Mithun will have this properties, right? Double zero two Mithun. Then let it be 25 and email ID mithun@gmail.com. Hyderabad. Let it be 6789. Fine. Now I'm adding this one to the list. std list dot add what Mithun. Why I'm able to add this Mithun? Because this is student, because this list is of the student type. It's correct. Getting the point. Now after after adding object into the collection, how we are going to access it? We are having different ways to access it. Or not. First one is what? You can just simply print it over here. std list. Let me save it. Let save it and let me click it. See the output. We are not able to. We are not able to get the output. Right? We are not able to get the output. Reason being, we made this student as a. We have encapsulated this one. So that the properties which are encapsulated can be accessed outside of the class, not possible. That's the reason we are getting this address thing. So in that case, how we can do that? We can iterate it using for each of the student. But let me print it out. But student of still we are not able to get it. Correct? Student of ID. It is also not visible. Correct? In this case, what is the way to get it? Because this is protected, na? That is the meaning that encapsulated. You are getting point. It is encapsulated over here. So in that case, what we can just simply we can create one two string method. So we can overlay this two string method and from here. So uh, so using this we can get the value. So let me come over here. Let me print it. CD list. It has printed that value, correct? Now, guys, we are not able to access this value directly because it is encapsulated using the private in outside of this class in this student manager. But we can access that. Then what is the another way we can access it? Because accessibility is necessary or not. So we are having two string. So two string method will have to only what will have to override it. Where will get? Just you have to do right click, go to the source, then come over here and see two string generate two string method. That's it. So over here directly we have printed std list, but we can do what for each loop also. For each loop we can use over here. While using this one, we'll get a student one by one. Now just you focus over here. See the output. Still we are getting same std dot std dot is not available. Otherwise, what we can do is we can use setters, we can take the help of the getters. Are you getting? Are you? Are, is- are you? Have you remembered this one? Getters and setters concept. Getters, setters are used to set the value, and getters are used to get the value. What kind of value? The value which are encapsulated. So using this, we can get and set. So that thing we have done, we'll use this originally. Right? Now we can get it. See, system dot out of println what student ID equal to student dot get ID. Student dot get ID. Let me do that. So this is what student ID, student name. Then we are having what student age. Then we are having what student email. Then we are having what student mobile. Is there anything available? Remaining ID, age, email, and address is remaining, right? That address also. Get address, student address. That's it. And then you simply what print this one. It will separate that value. That's it. And let me save it. Let me execute it, and just see the output. We are getting the output over here. This one I have not added. That's the reason it is not showing. Let me show it. Let me do it that. It's daily but list dot add which one method. No. Now let's save it. Welcome to student management. Getting. Just let me save it. Let me execute it. Now you are able to see the output. This one is what student one. That name, the record of that student is what ID, name. So only okay, leave it. ID, then name, then age, then this one is what email, then this one is what mobile number, then this one is what address. Correct? Let me save it. Let me execute it. See the output. So this way we can use collection framework to manage our application. This is what student uh, ID, name, age, email, mobile number, address. Second student ID, second age, email, mobile number, address. So now the question is what this only two I have added. Can we add third also? Yes, possible. Can we add fourth? Possible. Can we add fifth? Possible. Can we add 20th? Possible. Can we add 50th? Yes, possible. Why? Because it is there is no any size limit. It will limit you if you will go beyond the memory available on your system. Is it clear to all of you? So this is your task for the today that you will have to write the code, you will have to execute this one, and you will have to add at least 10 students in this. And then you will have to, what you will have to do, you will have to write the code to remove the student, to update that one by accessing their index value. So this is your assignment. Now moving further, so I hope it is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Thank you. Now, moving further and talking about this connectivity and backing connectivity, because today is our last show. Mm, give me 1 minute. If you are having any doubt, let me know in this. No doubt, right? So means what? You are in a position to create default. You are able to create object with default parameters. You are able to create object with the parameters. And using this either default or this constructor, we are assigning the values to our what instance variable. Getting up. If we are assigning the value, how we are getting or accessing, we can access it using this getter getters. We can set also, we can get also. So getters are responsible to get the value. Setters are responsible to set the value inside the instance value. Is it clear to all of you? So this way, create 10 candidate with different names. So Chandan Mithun is there. Create another Ramesh. Create another Amit. And remember, whatever the candidate you will create, you know that everyone will have this same properties. That is the beauty of the class. Class is nothing but like it behaves like a skeleton or template. Means in each object of this class, you will have the same property, right? So only this one you can hold, and yeah, so just you complete it out. And now moving further, talking about that front end development. If you are familiar with that front end technology as well as a back end means database, so before moving, let me discuss you what is the necessity to use that backend database. Because see, as we have started learning, you know that at that point of time we were facing the issue to hold the values in our program. Then that we got the solution. What the solution we got? We got the solution that we are having the concept of variables, right? And variables, you know, able to hold the values. And what is the necessity to hold the value? We had necessity is what? Such that we can either reuse it or we can either reuse it or we can perform the calculation. Clear? So, but we know the drawback, but only one value at a time we can hold it. Clear or not? Clear. So, now another drawback was with this variable, and I have already spoken and discussed with all of you. Then we went with the array concept. Array is also having demerits. So then we came with what array collection framework concept. But you know, collection framework is also having demerit. What kind of demerit collection framework it having? Once once you will close this program, the program which and the application which are running over here, once you will close it, you know whatever the input you have given, this this will get erased. Means what? It is holding. You are able to hold multiple values, multiple objects of this student. But you know, more than 10, 20, 100,000, you can keep it inside this std list, right? But once you will close this one, whatever the data you have given, all will get erased. Why? Because it is holding temporarily. Are you getting? Suppose today you have made this application, and today you suppose today you have made this application and you have registered 10 candidates, and the 10 candidates you have registered today itself, and you have shut down your system, you went somewhere, and now tomorrow you are trying to access those data. Are you in a position to access that one? Will this data will be available for today tomorrow? Sorry, no. Why? Because whatever the 10 candidates you have stored over here, that is not available. Why? Because it is a temporary storage. Means this data will you will have as long as your application is in running. Once this running mode will get closed, all the data what you have given that will get erased. So in this case, we are having losses or not? Yes, we are having losses. So then what is the solution? The solution is that we whatever the candidate we have we have created or generated today after registration, we we if we are in a position to save them onto our other systems or drive, in that case if we'll come tomorrow and we run this one, that data will be available or not? Yes, even though we'll close this one, but what's the data I kept over here on this disk, is it available or not? Yes, it is available. If we'll see it tomorrow, available. Day after tomorrow, available. Until we'll delete it by ourselves, it will be available or not? Means what? Why it is available? Because it has stored permanently on the drive, right? So if we can store that candidates, 10 candidates on our drive, in that case, that we can access that candidate either today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, 2 months, 3 months. We can access it, and we can access it until we'll delete it manually. So that's way we are able to save our requirement or not. Yes. So if their losses will be available, no. Even though you will close your application, no matter your data is available on the systems. So that's the reason we are learning or we are using that backend database concept. So database is nothing but what that is providing us the storage area, or that database is providing us the features or facility to hold our data on drive, on our system's drive permanently until we'll delete that one manually. Getting my point? Okay, fine. So, so what's the data we have generated over here? If we are able to keep this one over the drive, problem got solved, right? But for that, what we need to what we need to have, we must need to have the knowledge of that database or not. Yes. But let me know, guys. This is what language, which is understood by which one? Java language. But you are going to hold that value on the drive, on your system drive, but not directly by using software. What kind of software? By using database software, right? So using the database software, you are going to hold that one. But you know that directly you can use database software to hold that your what your data on the drive. No. Then what you are going to do? You are going to use that database language. By using that Java, you are not able to save that one. You are going to use that database languages. For that, you must then need to know about the database language or not. Yes. What is that language? That language name is nothing but what? SQL, structured query language. Why we need to learn that SQL? Because you know that SQL is the language of the database. Using that language only, we are able to talk with that database. Correct?
हेलो सर सर आप इंस्टॉल कर ले क्या पीसी में
What?
नहीं
Which?
कराइएगा क्या डेटाबेस का
Yes, करेंगे.
तो ये कर लेते हैं इंस्टॉल कर लेते हैं
Yeah, you can do that. I hope it is
इंस्टॉल कर ले
already. I hope it is already running on your system. Is it right or no? Hmm? Tell me.
यस सर कौन सा ये कर ले इंस्टॉल कौन सा कर ले पीसी में
You will have to that is you will have to install that MySQL only. Either MySQL server you can install, or yes, yeah, you will need it over the internet. So installation I will not show you over here right now. Just only I will show you the connectivity, how to connect this application with that database. Now let me talk about you. You are good in you know Hindi language, and you are good in Hindi, and you don't know English language. I'm speaking English, but are you in position to give me the answer? No. Why? Because to have the to make the communication, you must have to learn about this English language. Getting my point? Once you will learn that language, you are able to talk with me. Correct or not? In the similar way, database knows only SQL, structured query language, and we are learning. We know that Java language. Getting my point? So, is there any connection between Java and SQL? No connection, right? Whatever the code you will write in the Java, are you able to communicate with database directly? No. First, whatever the if you want to communicate with the database, you must have to convert this Java language into the structured query language. So we'll do that one over here. Correct. Now, so now talking about this front end technology. So that is about the back end database. Now talking about this front end technology. This is not our front end. This is the code which I wrote over here. Getting my point. What is that front end technology? Front end technology. I think what this one. The front end technology. What the page which are running on our system. Or PCS. Let me go. PCS lower. Now just see. This is what front end technology. This is our front end technology. Front end, whatever you are able to see on your display, these are nothing but front end technology. These are all front end technology. All this is what front. This is what front end. Why we are telling it as a front end, because in front of us, these things are visible to us. Getting my point? Now tell me this one, whatever written over here. So suppose one page is there available. That page name is like any page. Suppose this image is coming over here. So is this available on this page? No. It is available on a storage device. Why? Because this image is not available on my system. But once I have clicked on this uh, website, and once I have opened this one, I'm able to see this one. Why? Because it is somewhere stored or not. It is somewhere stored. So from backend, it is available in the database, but now it is showing on our front end. So to show that one, to get the data from the backend and to show it on the front end, what will so from database we'll get the data, we'll process it in the backend, and then we'll display it on the on our front end. So this is about the front end, and for this front end, suppose some query we wrote over here, some fields I have declared over here. Suppose one contact page while visiting this page website, now we'll have one contact page options available. So in that, suppose we are filling over here. So what the data you will be the data which you will be like entering over here. So this is available over the front end, right? But what you need to do after submission of this, whatever the data you have given, that should go inside the database, and it should is like store permanently, right? But will it go directly? No. Why? Because this is the front end. But the code you have written, it is available on the front. So you will what is your task? Your task is to pick the value what you have given over here. Where you will pick it? You will pick over here at the backend. From here, you will write the code to communicate with the database, and in that database, just from here you will be starting that one. So this is our task. So for this, how we can create the page, because the application which are running on the browser is called as what? Parameterized, sorry, the application which are running over this browser using that internet, that is called as what? Web application. This is web application. These are the web pages, right? So so to to create that kind of applications, we are having different ways, right? So different ways. Among those, I'm going to show you only one way. What is that way? Let me go this. So first we'll come over here. We'll click on others. We'll write over here dynamic web pages, web project. That's it. Clear? Now commit over here. Over here, just you write what project name. Web app. Correct? You know what? Create. Create. In this case, for fronting to write the content in this application, which technology will go to you? Will use this one, JSP. Either we can use JSP as well as servlet. We can also JSP replace servlet. Also, we can use it over here to do that one. Just your focus is over how we are generating. Just come over here, then new, then come over here. We can do using this Maven also, right? So I'm not going to use this Maven. Come others, clear? Now then, creation you got. So this is the structure. Let's come over here. This is the web app. Structure meta init, web init, and this is what our web.xml. So in this, how we are going to see, let me tell you one thing. So this is web pages, right? And this is our website. And you know, website is a collection of web pages, multiple pages, right? Now let me tell you one thing. The application which you are generating over here, you are like executing normal application, that is for to run those applications, which who is responsible? Only JVM is responsible, Java Virtual Machines only. But to run that web application, we require web server. So it is the responsibility of the web server to execute or process your applications. Getting my point? So web server is responsible to execute or run this application. Without web server, we can't run it, we can't execute it. So what are those web servers? Web servers are available. We are having different types of web servers according to our need or use. We can use that one. First one we are having what? Apache Tomcat. Tomcat is a web server. Second one is we are having Glassfish server, and I think WebLogic is also there. So first two things like Apache Tomcat. Second one is what? Glassfish. So majorly I'm using this Apache Tomcat only. So I have already installed that one on my system. I have already done that what settings also, how you can do the setting. Just you come over here, you go to the preference, and then after over coming to the preference, just you type over here what the server. Right. Once you will click on the server. So this is runtime environment. This is the server over here. Just you add it over here. How you can add it? So come to the add section. Define it is telling define. This Git server make a web server. Web services. So over here you can runtime environment. You can come over here in this server. You can click on the add wherever available. Just you add that one. So in my system it is running what Apache Tomcat 10.1. Once you will add, then you can do that setting. Then after you can come over here also. You can do the settings like if server is not available, then you can right click and you can add that server also. And then next setting, what you will have to do, just you have to come at your project, right click on it and just go to the build part. After going to the build part, what you will have to do, just you come over here in the class part, getting my point, and add what? Add libraries, then select server runtime, then click next, click your servers available, click on the finish. That's it. This one is what? Runtime or like GRE, you can do the setting, you can edit it and apply close. That's it. then the server will get added into your project, where this one in the library section. This is what your JRE version. JRE included over here. This is what your web server. Without this web server, you can't run your web application. Getting my point? Now, in which folder you are going to create your front end technology, in which folder you are going to create your back end technology? Let me tell you. So for back end technology, you just have to come in this Java resources, come down over here, and this one SRC name Java. Over here, you can create your backend Java like Java application. You can create it. Java classes you can create over here in this folder only, where you can create your front end technology. You have to create that front end technology in our web. You have to come over here SRC main, then web app. Getting my point? Inside this web app, this is what meta in, this is what wave in. Getting my point? Just you click over here, right click, select JSP, put it over here, index.jsp. One JSP will get created over here, created it. Now just you give this title. How you are going to give this title? Home page. Clear, clear. Now come over here, just you write any text. I hope you are familiar with this HTML. Welcome to what a student. What registration home page. Are you getting my point? Yes. Just you save it, right click and run it. How you will be running it? Run on server only, not application. If you try to run it as an application, you will get a lot of error. It won't run over there, right? So just you have to click, right click on the run on server, just select your server. After selecting that server, just you click. Always use this server while running the project. Just you click on the next. After clicking next, my other application is running, online expense tracker. Remove it. So our application is this one. Just you finish it up. See, now it is in running. Now it is in running mode. Whatever the things, whatever the statement you wrote, that statement will come over here. Just see. Are you able to see this? Welcome to registration, student registration home page. Why it is showing you over the web browser? Because we have created web application. Is it clear to all of you? Web application only will run over the website, over the browser only. Are you getting it? Now just you tell me, I wrote this statement inside this index.jsp, right? How this one is getting access? So the configuration is already available inside our web.xml file. So every configuration will be available in this. Only will have to do that. How which one is responsible to do this configuration? So over here, we are having welcome file list. Inside this welcome file list, this is default file list. What in this, either you will create index.html, index.jsp, index.html, default.html. It whenever you will run, that will get executed at that, I mean, during the execution it will load only. Suppose if I am trying to make it as a, I'm removing it. I'm making it as a, but uh, let me comment it out, or let me do one thing, but done, right? Let me remove this web application. Done, removed, right? And let me stop it. It is still in running mode, right? Let me close this one. After closing this, what I'm trying to do, let me come over here, let me run it. See the output. Still it is coming. Still it is coming because we have already executed, we have already run this application now. So for that reason it is coming, because class file already got generated, right? So let me do one thing. Instead of this index, I'm changing it. Changing it. What? How I'm changing? Index home.jsp. Done. Now let me close this. Is that home available inside this web file? Welcome file is not available. Right. Let me run it once again. We are getting error, right? Why? Because home.csv is not available in our welcome file list. So if we'll make it over here, welcome file, let me copy this and let me paste it. So this is the configuration file, web.xml. Over here, I'm making it as a what home dot what JSP. JSP. That's it. Done. Let me close this one. Close it, right? Now I'm trying to execute it once again. See. So this is about the welcome file list. Or you are able to see this home page will get executed. Now see. So this is the default page name which we want to get executed during the application execution or start of the application. This is the default file which will get executed. Getting my point? And where we are doing this configuration, we are doing this configuration to the web.xml and in this web.xml where we are doing inside this welcome file. Are you getting my point? Yes, done. Now in this home page only, I'm a student. I'm doing one configuration like I'm creating one file, one form I'm creating. That, that form, let me take it from that. We'll use this shortcut, bootstrap 5, or leave it. We'll show you practically. Form, form tag inside this form, we are having two attributes action, but register a student. This is the action, and we'll have method. What kind of method? Post only. So we are having two types of method, get and post. So we'll use post because post method is secure, and will not use get. By default method is which one? But by default they will not mention it. It is the get method. Inside this form, I hope it is you are able to create the form. I am not going to create what I am not going to use that level. Only will use input. Input. Getting a point. Input type equal to what? Text only. Text or int. Let me take it int. Fine. Integer. Type equal to number, right? Number. And then name equal to what? std id only or id only. Then will placeholder equal to what? Enter student id, and will make it what required without entering. Done. QUI already required. That's it. So this is for which one? ID. Then we are having what? Name. We are having what? Address. We are having mobile number. We are having what? Email. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, fine. No issue. Leave it. So this is what? Text. This is what? Name. Enter student. What? Name. Name required equal to true. Then we are over here. Text. Name. Then after name, but enter age, right? Number. Let me number. Name equal to what? Age. Enter student age. Clear? Required equal to true. And come over here. Text. We'll take it. Text over here only. Name equal to what? Not text. Email. Type equal to email. Then we'll go over here. Type equal to what? Name equal to what? Email. Placeholder enter student email. Then we'll take what? Email. That's it. Let us leave it over here. So if form is there, you have filled, suppose come over here. If form is available over here, where it went? So form is available over here. Where that? Contact only, right? So suppose once you will fill the value, so over here, whatever the value you are giving, that is after filling this value, we need to submit it or not. Suppose you try hard and you have filled all the details, but if you are not in a position to submit, will it get submitted or not? No. To submit this one, we require what one button. Whatever the value you have filled after filling, if once you will click on the submit, this value should be submitted, right? The button required submit button. For that, we are going to create.
Plus, sir, how to use Bootstrap? Uh,
What I'm explaining, just you focus on that button. What submit or what register. Type can be given or not. That's it. So this front-end technology, we don't need to run it. It will get executed. We can once we'll refresh the page, changes will come over here. It is showing that now. Let me do one thing. Take it out. So where is that input required? Wait. I hope it is visible to all of you. What I'm explaining, just you focus on that. We are not having
yes, sir.
time, right? Yes, we are not having the time, right? So just you practice on this. Let me save it. Let me read on it. Let me come over this page
Sir,
and just this. So
deep use. Hello, sir. Deep use box use skill.
don't ask the question, just you focus over here. See, so without see, it is giving us this one, right? Validation is there required. So we'll have to fill this. Whatever the value will fill after doing register, after clicking this register, whatever the value we have filled over here, it should save inside our database, correct? So for that, we'll have to create related database. Inside this database, we'll have to generate one table also where we'll have to create this structure and then accordingly we'll have to give the value. How we are going to do that? Just you come here either. So this way I'm using, but if you want to, let me show this practically over using this one. Graphical user interface. So my SQL workbench. Inside this we come and we'll give this. We'll have to give this password. I have given the password and come over here and show you which database I want to do that one. So this is one my and then database student is already there. So we'll not use this one. Let me create one on the database. How we'll do that one? Statement sector is this one. Okay, okay. So create the database connect network. Come over. Create a new schema. Come over here. We'll give the name of this one, but please, that's it. Apply. Apply. Yes. Is that PCS available? PCS is available over here, right? In this will generate the table. What kind of table will generate? Will create the table. How we are going to create the table? So using this one, right? So just you focus over here. Column. Okay. We'll give the name. Table name will give over here. TUD student. Correct. Now over here I'm giving what ID. ID is what int type. Primary key. Not now. Fine. I'm coming over here in the next line. Over here what I'm giving. Student name. Varchar. Inside this varchar we can increase the size 100. Done. Not null, leave it. Then come over here. We'll do what? Age. Age should be varchar. Okay, fine. 10 is also correct. Now coming here after age we are having what? Email, right? Email varchar 50. We will give 50. That's it. So we are having this one only 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Let me apply it. Done. Created, right? We can see our tables available over here. Student. We can see the structure also. So let me do that. See the structure ID, name, age, email. Came right. Now what is our next step? The value which I'm entering over here, it should go into our respective backend part, right? So how we'll do that? For that, this is our front end where we are writing our Java code. We are writing. So let me write. Click on it. Let me click what class will create one servlet. So student student registration. This is what student registration. We want to keep it from dot servlet. This is the package. Inside this will give this one. And after creating this one now, what we'll do? Validate give servlet. This is one annotation using this word directly. We can give the path of this front end. So like while after submitting where this control should go, right? So for that reason we are making it over here registration and that's it. So this is one normal class, but we'll have to make it what servlet, right? So extend HTTP servlet. Now it is asking something. Let me follow the instructions because you will follow the instructions will not face any issue. So come over here and we'll have to override which one post method you are as you have already seen this one. We wrote what post method, right? Method is what post. So this post method will have to override which is available inside our servlet. So override this post method. How you will that? Come to the source, then you can choose. So see you are able to see over here post with that do post, right? Select this one, just you click OK. Got inherit like got overridden over here. Why overridden? Because already defined we have to just override it inside. Okay, fine. Now over here, how you are going to get that value from the front end? So using this HTTP request. So in ID equal to req dot get parameter. And over here, what you will have to give, whatever the name you have given me, this one only. By using this only you can access name. I have given ID, right? It is giving us error. Why? Because once you will select this using this request method, whatever you will get the value, it is in a string format. If you want to hold it in the number, you will have to typecast it. How you are going to typecast it? Using this int, but still it is giving error. This is primitive, right? So you can typecast it using that. Which one? Wrapper class. Which wrapper class? Integer wrapper class. How you are going to do that? Integer dot parse int which one? Which we got over here. Error solved, right? Now string what? Std name. How we are going to get it? Case dot get parameters. Inside this we are passing the then string what we are having student thing. We are having a student name and age, right? Std age. The case dot get parameters. Inside this parameter which we will pass it over here. So this is what protocol, na? Get parameter. That's it. This is a string age, string, then email, right? Std email equal to the case dot get parameter. Inside this parameter will type what email, and always remember the name, whatever the argument you are passing, this argument must be must be equal with the name over here you are getting. Otherwise, whatever the value you will enter over here over the front end, it will not get means you will not in a position to catch the value from the front end. Getting my point? So this is what front name, this age, this email. So you have to match it with respective. So ID, name, age, email. Over here, ID, name, age, email. That's it. Now, so after that, let me check whether from front end we are able to get this one or not. Student ID equal to what? ID only. Let me copy it. Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. Now just you see a student ID, a student what? Name, a student what? Age, a student what? Email. Clear? ID, STD name, STD name, STD name, then what? STD age, then what? STD email. Clear? So let me run it once again. It the thing what I wrote over here, it will display in the console only. Getting my point?
Sir, I have a question, sir.
You have to be quiet. Whatever I have written over here, this one, it is not going to save into the database. It will show only over your term console only, this console, right? But let me check it. I have executed that, right? So give this input 1001, a student name. Let me Arohi Kumar. Age let me give 28, and then a student email arohi@gmail.com. Now I'm register clicking on this register button. Done, right? Data got just come over here and you see in the console from the front end what the value we have given. We are able to catch it in our backend or not? Yes, we are able to catch it. So where I have catched that value, I have catched that value variable. Now once the value we are having in our backend from the front end, now only thing required is what? Only thing required over here to send this value inside the database such that this will be this will get stored permanently until we'll remove it. So our next task is to convert uh, to send this data from this back into the database. How we are going to do that one? Wait for 2 minutes.
Hello, sir. I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, HTTP, what is a HTTP? And use for
See,
bootstrap.
okay. Wait. Let me ask you one query. You are in this meeting, right?
Yes, sir.
You have joined this meeting. Means what? After joining, there is some set of rules or not? Rules is there or not? What is that rule? If once you will join this meeting, the rule, what is the rule saying? That you have to be quiet yourself. You have to listen to the trainer. You have to follow the instructions what the trainer is going to explain you. Once you will not follow this, what will happen? Trainer can take action against you. He can like remove from this training session. He can also talk with the management against you or not. Why? Why that trainer is going to do this thing? Because you have not followed that rules. Getting my point or not? In the similar way, whenever you will connect with the internet, na direct, you know that connecting with internet means what? You are connecting. You are connecting to the entire world, right? So it whenever you are connecting with the internet, you will have to follow set of rules and regulations, right? If you will not follow the rules and regulation, whatever the data you want to transmit from one source to destination, that will not go. Are you getting my point? For this reason, to transfer the data from one place to another place, we are using set of protocols. We are having set of rules, protocols. That HTTP is nothing but protocol. See, getting my point? So using that only we are able to do the communication. So what is that HTTP? If you are able to see, let me do one thing. Let me copy where this PCS global. This is the PCS global. No? Let me copy this one. I have copied, right? Just you see, HTTP is written over here or not? See? So,
Yes, but
yes.
you
So now your task is what you have asked. I have already explained. Just you be quiet. Let me write the code for the backend connectivity.
but so is Google sir front end या back end HTTP.
What? What you said? Repeat once again.
Sir, so is Google front end and back end HTTPS.
That rules, suppose you have joined this meeting and the rules is written, rules like team has already explained you the rules. So rules, is there any use? Are you going to use that rule? No, you are just have to follow that rules, right? So this HTTP is but protocol only, right? Protocol or structure by and using this only connectivity is happening over the internet. So what I have done, so data we are able to get it at our backend, right? Now our task is to store it inside the database. The date like from front end the data what you are going to submit or send, you know how that data will travel from source to destination. Suppose Google Form, this is the PCS Global, right? This is the PCS Global website. It is hosted somewhere. Now you are filling your details at your system. After submitting
Yes.
whatever the web, yes. So after entering or this values, once you will hit over this submit request, how this data will go from your system to the PCS cloud. So that is the responsibility of take care by handle by which one? Protocols only. That protocols which we are having HTTP, we are having HTTPS, we are having protocol, hypertext transfer protocol. Getting my point? Over that protocol only we are able to send this data. And which methods we are using? We are using either get or post method. We are having method either get or post. So post is secure means but once you will submit the data, that will not show over here. Over here that will not. If you will use get, whatever the value you have entered name in variable all will show over here. Are you getting my point? So I'm not going to discuss more about this. Just wait for the end. Let me connect do the connectivity. Now our next task is what? From front-end data we got it to our backend part, right? Now our task is to send this data to the database, but we know database knows only one structured query language, and we are writing code in the Java. So how this data from Java to SQL will go over there? Conversion will happen. So we need to do the conversion. What kind of conversion we'll do? We'll do the conversion from Java to SQL and SQL to Java. How we are going to do that? We are going to do. So for that, we'll have to use JDBC concept, Java Database Connectivity concept. And that JDBC is a technology, okay, in Java available. We are using that Java Database Connectivity to connect from Java to the database. For that, we are going to use one API or application. That application name, what MySQL connector will have to use in our system. Once we will use that MySQL connector, you know, connectivity, the responsibility of that connectivity is using that MySQL connector only will do the connectivity. How we are going to do that? So let just you commit over here, go to the build section, and in the class path, you will have to add external jars. In the external jars, come to the C drive. Is there any available? Not available. So Dave, let me check it. And come to this MySQL connector available. So, let me check it. Not available. What you need to do, just you have to come over here. After coming over here, you right click MySQL connector jar file or connector. You can download this one also. Come over here. After coming over here, what you will have to do, put platform independent, that is okay. Platform independent archive tar file. Okay. Click download only, right? We'll extract it, download done, right? Will come into our folder. This API we required, right? Let me convert extract here only. We'll get this one, but MySQL jar, and then this API will include in our project. How we can do that? We can just we need to attach it with our application, and you will have to do one configuration also. What is that configuration? In your environment variable, system variable, what you will have to do, you will have to come over here, you will have to click on the environment variable, just you come down and you select path. After that, just you click edit. After clicking that edit, wherever your that API is there, just you have to give the path of that over here. So if you don't do this, so in that case, what you can do, just you come over here to your project. Inside your project, just you come to the leaf folder. What it is telling, just you come at your leaf folder over here directly. You can do what, and drag and drop it. So just you click it, come over here, and inside this make leaf folder, just to paste it. That's it. Inside leaf came, right? MySQL connector came in. Fine. Just now you don't need to do anything. Just you need to do the connectivity. That's it. How you are going to you will have to write set of rules. String will use exception handling concept. Okay. Try catch. But in test trace. That's it. Now inside this, what you will have to do. You will have to do the connectivity. How you are going to do that connectivity? First, string URL, then USR, then password, point. Inside this, what, so a string, let me a string here, then a string what, password, a string password. Whatever your database password is having, you will have to give it over here. Just username, you will have to give it over here. My username is what, MySQL username is what, root day, and over here you will have to give the what, database connectivity, JDBC along here, along double slash local host clone 3306. Then what you will to do is you will have to give your database name. How you are going to give the database name? What is my database name? PCS only, right? That's it. Done. Right. Now we'll come in our try cash flow. Over here we'll have to write what it is important, more important to all of us, right? So just you follow this statement what I'm trying to like learn. Now in this try, you will load the class dot for name. We can write it also. We will not write that is also com dot mysql dot cj dot driver. This is the driver load. Which driver? This MySQL driver. Because already I have included in this project, I think, but still we can write this one. Then write what? We'll create one connection con equal to driver get dot get connection. It is not showing right. Connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection. It is not showing now. So just you come over here, right click, go to the build part. Where is the build part? Over here, configuration from class path, add external jar, which jar come in this which folder? Download, right? Download, new folder, sorry, connector, just to attach this one, apply, apply. I think we can't let it go from here. Sorry. Is this possible? Not possible. Okay, now come to the environment variable, same, right? Click new. After clicking new, right? You just need to give the path. Which path? This one. This one. So you will be giving this path. Let me show you. Come over here, select it, come over here, then in edit, sorry, in click new, paste it over here, MySQL, this one, then give the name also. Which name? That's that's it, right? You will have to keep okay, okay, okay. That's it. Now what you need to do, just you click on it, driver manager dot get connection. Coming right. Get connection. Going right. Over here URL, user, password. Done. Then you will have to check it. If con similar to null, not equal to null, not equal to null means what? Database got connected. Database connected fully. Else, else you will have to write what? Write what message? Error occurred during database activity. That's it. So connection. I have created one object of this connection, and this connection will have not null value. When if our this connectivity will happen correctly, in that case, this connection value will not be null. If will face any means while executing, while making the connection, which connection? This connection. While making the connection, if will get error, means connectivity will not happen. In that case, this on value will have null value. So not null means what? Database connected. If null means what? Not connected. So this is the value which I wrote over here. After this one, if suppose if data means we got connected successfully. If got connected means what? Now we are having the connection with our database. So if database connectivity is done, in that case, what we need to do? We need to what write the SQL code such that from here we'll insert the value to the database. So before that, let me check it whether connection happened successfully or not. So let me rerun it once again. After rerunning, let me where it will connect. See, this is what this is the address JDBC colon MySQL because our database. This is what MySQL localhost. Localhost means what this system only, and this is what port number. This is MySQL default port number 3306, and this is what PCS is what our database name. Which database means the database which I have created over PCS. This PCS. Inside this table is there. We'll talk about this one later on. Clear? Now, after executing this, just to come over here and where is our application? Our application is at over here. Let me go back. Done. Refresh it. 1001 ABC. Let's give any dummy want to register. Done. Now let us come and see database connected successfully. Means from here we have connected with our database. Which database? This PCS database successfully. Now our next task is to send these values inside our database. How we are going to do that? For that we have to follow this statement. What? String carry equal to what? Insert into where? A student ID name. What is the values available over here? We are having ID name age email, right? ID name age email and values equal to values. We are giving over here what? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. That's it. So how many we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 question mark, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And then we'll do what? This one. Now we'll have to call pre-period statement. Pre-period statement ptmt equal to what? On dot pre-period statement. Prepare statement. Which statement will have to prepare this statement? This statement we are preparing. Now we are in preparation mode. We are not executing. Let me import this one. Import it, right? Now we'll do what? ptmt dot set. What parameter? Set what int only? Which int? One ID, right? ptmt dot set. What string? Which one? Not ID. Will set to the name is this one is what? ID then name. Std name. Correct? ptmt dot set. What string? Third. Which one? Age only. Std age. Not equal to student age. Where is that one? Std age. Correct? Now fourth one is what? ptmt dot set string. Which one? Fourth one. Fourth one, but we are having std email, right? So we have successfully set this value during the execution time where in the prepared statement object PTMT. Now this PTMT will have to execute. How we are going to execute? Sorry. So dot execute but update. That's it. That's it. We'll assign it. I INS insert. We'll check it over here. But if INS not equal to if INS similar to what 0, in that case we'll give one message system dot println what student student register successfully. Suppose if sorry equal to 1, because if this will get executed successfully, it will return one value, only one. If not successful means what INS will have 0 value. Remember that. Else what system dot println student error occurred during registration. Register. Are you getting my point? It is little bit lengthy, right? So let me do one thing. Let me save it. Let me stop it. Let me execute it. Turn it on server. Just you see now. Came right now. This is running on our system. This is running on our local server. Correct. Now that this is running because server required, right? And server, which server? The server is this one, Apache Tomcat. Where is that server? This is the web server. Where this Apache Tomcat is the web server, and this is running on our local system. That's the reason I wrote it over here. But local host, this one, local host. Over here we can give the machine address, server address also. It will pick this one. Now come to our runtime, and just you see in this student table, is there any value? No. Am I going to insert this value manually? No. Our task is will whatever the value will enter over here over the front end. After clicking on the register button, it should go inside the database. It should store on the database permanently. So coding we have done. Now I'm giving the value one double. Let me 200. What name is what Amit. But Chandan only. Let me Chandan. Student age, let me it is 26. Student age is 151. And now we'll click on the register. Is there any value inside over here? It is blank. Let me register. Come to our code and just see the message. See, a student registered successfully. Database connected and student registered. Means what? Our data got stored on the database. Then we have to check that, right? Just come to the database, right? And see what the value I have given. 2001 Chandan Kumar 26 and email ID. Means what? From this front end, I have from this front end, I have catch this value over here in the back end. After catching those value, I have stored this value onto the database permanently. So from front end, how to take the value from the front end, right? From after taking that value from the front end, how to process it, how to store on the database. Is it clear to all of you? Clear. Now, so this is what insert operation. Getting me point. Clear. Suppose if you need to search the data from the database, what the query you are writing select statement or not? Yes, you are writing select statement, and based on that you are selecting. So for selection, what we need to do, So this is insert operation done, right? Clear to all of you? If you have any doubt, you can ask. So this is the only what setting process configuration of the to connect with the database. Either you can do one thing instead of passing this value over here directly, the value correctly you can pass it over. We are going to do that. Just simply you can copy this instead of this URL. Just you pass then user root you can pass over here. Then this password you can pass it over here over there. See this password you can do this and we no need to keep it, make it comment. That's it. So in the single same line configuration you can do it. This one done, right? Now I'm creating one another page. That page name is what? Search student. Search search JSP. Search student dot JSP. That's it. Inside this, what my intention, how I'm going to do this one. See, we'll make one input. Input. We'll give this type equal to what number only. Now it is having the name. What ID? Then what placeholder? Placeholder equal to what? Enter enter student ID. Correct? Required or not? Yes, required. Now come over here this way. Now just you see what you have to do. One button. Guys, focus more. It is most important for all of you. Type equal to submit. That's it. Search. Done. Now this link will have to give. We should give it at home so that they can search. So a href equal to this one. What page? That's it. Over here we'll have to give the address. Which address? Oh, search student.jsp. This name, file name you will have to give to go to this JSP. Uh, second what front end. So we'll come over here, search box. We have given the value, right? Now we'll write search student, but we'll create one servlet of which type? Search. Of let me refactor it. Done. Inside this, come and do the same thing. But at the rate search student, come over here, extend. Ajay, just focus on how the things is going on rather than talking about what is the use, what we are doing, how it is doing. Just you leave that, just focus on how to do the thing. Once you will
Yes, sir.
get to know,
Focus.
once you will get once you will get to know how the things is going on, definitely things will come, meaning will come at you. We are having limited time, right? So focus more over here. Now will okay, such that the warning will go away. Over here, what post method will have to use? We'll have to override that post. How we are going to do that one? Come over here on the source, click on the override method, and just click on the do post. Where is the do post? Do post this one, right? Override it. Over here, what you need to do the same thing. Now come to the front end and whatever the value you have given over here now, this thing you will have to come to this search button. Over here, directly we have called this search now. We'll have to make one form, right? Form, sorry, form action equal to give this search button and method equal to what? Method equal to post only. That's it. Come inside this form and just you paste all these things. Because form means what? Whatever the data we have filled over the form, that will get submitted, right? That's it. So these things we have done. Now let me execute this one and let us see whether we are able to come over this search box or not. So this is your own error. Let me remove it. Done. Let me run it 1 second. Come over here. Just try to see. Search a student is coming in. Go to search page. Click came right. Value will give and will take the value in the backend. Come to the search in. Done. Done. Come to the student and do the same configuration what we have done. Let me copy all this. Something will be different over there. So we'll show you. Don't worry. Let me done right. Then use which one? You remove this, and then come over here. Take this value. Which value? This integer I only. And now we'll change the query. Which query will change? Because we are going to search. So select option we'll have to use, right? Remove it. Select. Select from a student. This is the SQL query only, right? A structured query. Like. Wait, money I will tell you later on. Wait. First you see over here what is happening. I'm setting the value. Correct. Now instead of execute update, we'll use what execute query. ptmt.execute query. ptmt.execute query. Right. This return type is what result set only. We'll have to keep it inside the result set. Result set, right? Result set rs. rs only. Now we'll check, but we'll have to check it over here. While rs dot next. While it is true, what we'll have to do? Rs dot get just you come. Let me go to the search page. What is the value? 2001, right? 2001. Let me search it. Error is coming, right? What is that error? Okay, okay. A statement is incorrect now. Okay, wait. Select what? A star. Select a star from a student where what? Where ID equal to what? That's it. Let me run it. After rerunning it, come to the front end. Anuj, why you are disturbing? Should I connect with the sir? You can unmute. You can ask me if you need anything. So 2001. Let me search it. Now come at your here. Just see. It is telling false what? While rs not equal to false, or while rs, what is the type? While rs, is this correct? Let me check it. So come to the front end. Here, refresh it. Press the value 2001. Is it available 2001? Yes. Let me search it. Student ID equal to what? rs dot get int 1 2 3 4. Student ID, student name, then a student what? Email, then what? A student, what we have stored inside this student? ID, name, age, email. ID, name, age, email. Okay. Get a string. A string, which one? We'll have to give 2. We'll have to give 3. A string only. Then we have to give 4 over here. A string only. That's it. Now execute it once again. After executing, just you come, just you can see. Let me come to the first front end. Sorry. Refresh it. Go to the search page. Give the value 2001. Search it. Now come to the console and see data we are able to get. Now we are getting this data from the database. We are not getting this data from the front end. We are getting the data from the database. So how to search data from the database? Is it clear to all of you? Yes. And guys, just remember this is what annotation based configuration. If you want to do the configuration without annotation based, what you will need to do, just to come to this configuration file. Over here, you will have to do the configuration. How you are going to do the servlet. Over here, we'll have to give what? Servlet name, then servlet class. Correct? Over here, you will have to give what? Servlet mapping. Servlet what mapping you will have to write? inside this mapping, you will have to give the both same thing. Control C, Control V, and over here you will have to write the servlet name. The name, suppose you are giving what? A student. The same name you will have to refer over here a student. But class, how you will be giving over here? The class, wherever that student is there. Where is that student? That one student uh, registration over here come, and after coming over here, you will have to give this class name. How you are sorry, address. So this address and then dot and then what class? Which class? This student registration. This one only you will have to give it. Sign over here. That's it. So this one done, and over here you will have to give the URL pattern. Which URL pattern you want to? So this URL pattern. So this one, same thing. You will have to come and you will have to give it over here. That's it. Oh, not servlet class URL pattern. Let me. Sorry. Yes. Fine. Let me. URL pattern only. In this URL pattern, to give this. Cut it, paste it, and remove the previous one. Done. For one class, configuration done. For this search also, you will have to do the same configuration. But do you do you think this is easy task? No, it is lengthy task. So instead of this, what we are doing, simply we are going over here. We are just simply what we are doing. Simply we are using one annotation. Which annotation? At the rate we observe. That's it. So I hope it is clear to all of you how to get data from the front end in our backend, then how to process, how to do the database connectivity, after connectivity, how to write the SQL query, after writing SQL query, how to set the value, after setting the value, how to insert it into the database. Clear? How to connect with the database, how to write the query to get the data, fetch the data from the database. After fetching the data in our like Java, like backend part, then how to display that. Clear to all of you? So that's all. Thank you. JDBC connectivity done. A lot of things is there. So insertion we have done. After insertion, create, read also done. Update is remaining. Delete is remaining. You can do at your end. Two thing I have shown you, and this is most important. Just you focus more, do practice at your end, and I will be sharing this project in the group while making it in the zip format. You have to download that zip. You have to extract, and after extract, just you import into your project. That's it. Before that, make sure that web server is installed on your system. Do the configuration. If configuration web server is not available on your system, if configuration is done, connect me tomorrow. I think tomorrow 11 at 11 you can connect me. I will be helping you to install that to do the configuration. If you have any doubt, let me know. Thank you for attending this session and all the best for your evaluation process. Thank you everyone. I'm stopping. If you want anything, then let me.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Anything anyone want to ask? So doing server side coding is complex, more complex. So you have to put your effort to learn this because it is not simple. A lot of things you have to learn. A lot of complexity you will face. A lot of error you will face. Once you will face the error, solving that error is a very challenging task, and that is what I am facing from past 3 to 4 years. So do practice and wish you all the best to everyone. If you have any query, you can let me. Thank you all. If if you are not having any query, then you can leave this meet and just take this one and practice at your end. Thank you all. I'm closing this meet.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Tell me,
हेलो।
am I audible? Tell me.
यस सर वो इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चन जो है सर वो थोड़ा सा मतलब बना के एक पीडीएफ में भेज देते सर, इम्पोर्टेंट वाला।
Interview question.
यस सर।
Then I should give you the solution also, right? Should I do that?
बट ये सर इम्पोर्टेंट
What?
क्वेश्चन।
No, okay. That's a very good query from your side. So you know that recording is going on, and once the management team will listen this, watch this one and listen your voice, you know what you will face issue. So thank you for asking this one. I'm closing this.
थैंक
Thank
यू।
you all.